Welcome once again. The presidency have reacted to the lobby group Atiku has put in place in the United States to report President Ahmed Tinubu to US President Trump and US Congress. Bayo Onanuga has released a state house press, and this can be found in his Twitter handle. I will read part of it. He states, "When will Atiku Abubakar report himself to President Trump?" Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar relentlessly desires to become President of Nigeria has regrettably closed his eyes to the virtue of statesmanship, decorum, and probity expected of an elder statesman. Instead of embracing the dignity and maturity that come with his standing, he continued to diminish himself through reckless public statements and desperate political maneuver. It is baffling and disappointing that someone who has sought the presidency for over 3 decades now resorts to reporting the President of Nigeria to US President Donald Trump and members of the US Congress. In its latest act, Atiku Abubakar lobbying group in the US has submitted petition to President Trump and the US State Department regarding a civil forfeiture case from 1993, a matter long settled with no criminal conviction or finding of guilt. This issue was resolved over 30 years ago in the United States and has been thoroughly litigated, explained, and rendered moot by the electoral mandate conferred on President Bola Tinubu by the people of Lagos and Nigeria at large. Reviving this matter today is an affront to the intelligence of Nigeria and an attempt to rewrite history for personal gain. It is important to remind Atiku and his associates that Nigeria is a sovereign nation, not a satellite of any foreign power. Reporting the president of Nigeria to another country's leader is not only inappropriate but also undermines the nation's dignity and independence. He read further, if Atiku had choose to disregard his own sense of self-respect and self-worth from this very letter, I will say this exchange have highlighted how political rivalry ahead of 2027 election is becoming increasingly intense. Atiku camp appears to believe that issues surrounding President Tinubu's past deserve international attention, while the presidency argued that those matters have already been resolved and is responding by drawing attention to questions surrounding Atiku on record. Ultimately, these competing narratives are part of political context. However, many Nigerians will likely judge candidates less by political exchange and more by how they address everyday concerns such as inflation, employment, security, healthcare, education, and infrastructure. In this very back and front between the presidency and Atiku's camp, what do you think? Should domestic political dispute be taken to foreign government or institution? Was the presidency justified in responding by raising questions about Atiku Abubakar? Is it also wise for Atiku's camp to spend $1.2 million to lobby a firm to bring the case of Atiku, of President Ahmed Tinubu to the US President and his Congress. What is your take on this? Drop it on the comment section. If this is your first time of coming across our video, subscribe, comment and share.